That was warm. That was gross. It's been almost a minute. Well, hello everyone. My name is Wolf. As you can see by the title, yes, I do venting, but that's because I don't really have much people to talk about. So, like I said, that's what I do. He made a comment because I've left him voicemails, right? So he called me a kid, and the fact that he cares about the person he's with. I hope he listens to this because he's not. My ex is not an adult at this point. He's calling me a kid, and like I think he should really evaluate that. I have proof of all these promises he's made. I got him on my YouTube channel, everything, right? And like I've made him a few promises when I first met him, but how I met him was through this girl, and she was kind of horrible to deal with because she had like no emotion. Like I feel like a wall would have been better to talk to, but she was always adamant about not cheating, and I'm like, oh, you don't have to worry about that to me. And then I got invited to a group chat where I met him, so we left her and everything, and we continued, but when me and him first had our first fight, because him and I both have a lot of issues, which like a lot of issues. So the only other person who's going to understand him would be me. The person he's with is just an autistic kid who doesn't understand a lot of the stuff that we went through because he's never went through it. He seems kind of nice though, but not as bright. I actually got my stuff together, right? I was making plans, everything, where this kid doesn't do anything. Well, Ty is always complaining about his ex leaving and everything, right? After 25 years, it makes sense. He jumps from person to person because it's easier for him to deal with. He doesn't do it properly. Like it's unhealthy, and it's why none of the relationships are working. He gets into a dead end relationship that actually is going to mean nothing at the end of the day. Um, for the record, I have met someone because I am hurt so bad, but they're close to me, and I know I'm okay because I haven't even really told them about what happened. I told them basically the bare minimum, but Ty has always made all these promises to me again and again and again, and he's always broken them. He would swip the switch would just flip. He would just leave me without a word. He always complained about his ex leaving him with a note after 25 years, right? But yet he's done it to me 5 times. He left me without a voice. Sure, it's not a 25-year relationship, but it's the same concept. He's being a giant hypocrite. So honestly, a part of me doesn't think that's true. That's what he claimed, but the fact that he's done it to me 5 times, he's forced me to pretty much go down the darkest path. Like whenever I needed him, he's abandoned me. I admit I will say things I regret, everything. I've told him. For people who don't understand me, I have personality disorder. I have a few things that make me feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and then I'll do it, and then I'll click back into normal and not know what happened. And I told him this after the first few times because he told me to open up to him, so I did. And we've had a few fights here and there. He's like I said, he's always made a promise. Even recently, he bought me my PS Plus thing, saying he was making up for what he did. Well, if that's the case, because it's he keeps running away from me. He keeps complaining all the time that I'm the kid and I'm the immature one. He's the one that keeps running away. If he truly loved me, here are the facts that really show you who's mature and who's not. Sure, some of the things I say, absolutely. I am not I'm not going to deny that I'm wrong on those things. But when everything went, he's always complained that if something ever happened to me, like if I was ever threatening my life, he would be there for me. He watched the live stream that's now down of what happened. And he still won't ask how I am. He's too selfish in that aspect. Even if he's not someone who loves me anymore, that should be common sense. He forced that. He knows it because all I wanted to do was call him and have peace after I found out he replaced me within an hour. There's someone I was talking to, which was really sucked. But that also shows you that he doesn't actually care for the people he's with. He'll just decide when he's done and he'll go to another person. If he really, like, I'm saying this not because I want him back, because I don't. He's lost all that chance. I won't accept him back as Probably not even ever as a friend. He won't ever apologize for what he did, so I can't. Until he apologizes and until he gives me the time of day, which I should deserve, because I forgave him every time he's hurt me and broke those promises. Like, I mean, shattered them. I sat there and I listened to him, and I forgave him. And then he holds this little thing. Yeah, I said some cruel things I admit, but I can say I did. I will apologize for them again and again and again. But he keeps blocking me everywhere. He won't sit and call because he knows I don't like texting because it honestly it hurts my brain because of my concussion. All I've ever wanted was him to be here for me in my toughest moments. And instead, he forced me down a road of wanting to ruin it all. And still to this day, he won't ask how I'm doing. He'll say I act like a kid and everything, but I'm not the one running away. I was having my doubts at the end, sure, but that's because he kept hurting me again and again and again. Like, I know I can hurt him once in a while, and I try not to, and I've always apologized. I said, if I do, let me know. But then he just abandons me again and again, and that hurts because that reminds me of my mom and everything like that, and it hurts. It was a moment of the scariest part of my life again and again. He doesn't understand. He keeps recycling those old wounds. It would be like if Jay kept coming in his life and just giving him that note again and again. He's always told me that he wished he could talk to him again. You know, if he's ever cared about me, he would have never blocked me. He would still be here. If he really wanted to move on, I can accept that as much as it hurts. But the fact that he wants to call me a kid and everything, tell everyone that I'm the bad guy, when I have all the proof of what he did to me, to the point I almost ended my. And I tried. I did it right on the stream. How I'm still here is amazing. It must be a sign that I'm better off. But Ty, if you ever see this, or if you're watching, I cared about you, so I still do. That's the that's the thing about a proper relationship. You could call it unhealthy or whatever you want. Say whatever word you want for it. I don't have you blocked anywhere. That's how much I prove it. I'm not trying to spread rumors anymore. I don't think. And all I've ever wanted was still just to talk to you. That's all I've ever wanted. And then you decide to keep hanging up right in the middle. It's like you don't give me a chance to speak my heart out. You may not like it. That's fine. I sat there day after day listening to you talk about your ex, crying about him because that's what a couple does. We listen to each other. And then I needed you, and then where were you? I had my doubts because I was hurt, and you wouldn't understand how hurt I was. You pushed me beyond what I could do, and then you blamed me for it. Still now. So Rem, you ever see this? I'm not the one that's a kid. I kept you unblocked. I still say how much I care about you. People can now see the fact that you're ready to jump from relationship to relationship because you don't actually care. If you cared about me, you would have never talked to him in the first place. Because I could see your post again and again, and the people that you've talked to pretty much. Because I remember the one time me and him had our first argument, right? And I made a post about something about us breaking up, and then I had 4 people comment me, one or two of them having messages of him because that's how desperate he was. And half the people he talked to, or the 2 people I saw, had kids and were like just needed like a sugar daddy or whatever. So it's like he's not looking for actual relationships. And I try to tell that Pengu guy that he's with, and I feel really bad because he seems like a nice guy. But I said if they ever separated, I'm here for him. All I've ever wanted Rem to do was just talk to me. Stop leaving, stop blocking. I'm starting to think he's the reason Jay and him broke up. Cause if you've done nothing wrong, you've got nothing to hide. And that's why I don't mind doing YouTube because people will see it. I'll do it. I'll put my post. I have nothing to hide. If I've done something wrong, yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I said those things. I regret it, absolutely. But what happened happened, and we can only move forward from it. But Ty, don't ever call me a kid. You said the same thing to her when I first met. I'm more of a man than you'll ever be. I got my stuff together in my life, and I truly value people. When I make a promise, I still never broke mine with you. I said I'd literally die for you and everything. You would never even put half that effort in for me. You weren't there when I needed you. You were just someone who was looking for someone to fill that void, and you've admitted that. You know what the best part is? I have that as a recording that you've admitted that. You can say whatever you want, Ty. Make yourself feel better. But at the end of the day, I hope you think about it. It was all your fault. With our relationship, I was part of it, but you were the one that ended it. You were the one that sabotaged it and abused me badly to the point. You may have been with Jay for 25 years. It's probably good that he left you. Because what you told me was probably a lie. There was probably another reason he left. Because you probably have broken promises to him and hurt him. So, you keep running away. It's weird because you ran away after I said I had a dream about you cheating. It seemed to be clear as day, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're already with other people. So yeah, I make this post. I got no regrets about it. He can say whatever he wants, but he keeps telling me I'm a kid and all that because I make these posts. I'm venting because I'm hurt because someone I cared about abused me and has abandoned me. Which he should know why that hurt so damn much because I've told him that story many times. So at the end of the day, he can say whatever he wants. I'm still here. He's not blocked on anything. If he's too much of a coward to actually come and just talk to someone that he once said he cared about, that just shows you what type of person he is. All I gotta say is, you see him on Facebook. You know, it's under Ty Harris or whatever, and his new lover is Pengu, the Pengu Kit, also known as Pengu the Fox. Stay away from them. They might seem nice and everything, but from your guys' witness from that stream that I did that day, that's now been taken down. Yeah, that's how bad it was because of him. The fact that he's willing to just jump to another relationship. Well, Ty, if you ever see this, I found someone and I will be seeing them Saturdays. So I'm already doing better than you. So you meet this person wherever the heck they live or whatever. Turns out the person I met lives an hour and a half down the road. So honestly, it worked out in the end because he may call me whatever name he wants, but I'm the one who cried, shed tears, and wanted to give up because he meant everything to me as I promised. What did he do? Yell at me, continue to say mean things about me, and replace me with someone else. That shows you right there. I never mattered to him. That's the proof I have. So yeah, Ty, you ever see this and you want to actually be a decent human being because you said you were raised right, but I think you were lying? Call me in Telegram. Especially if you're an actual adult, because now I'm starting to think you're just a kid, even though I know your age and your address, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm starting to think Rudy and Jay weren't the bad guys in that story. I mean, you can put the blame on them, but how you treated me and how you still treat me and how you run away from me, like, what am I actually going to do? Hey, how's it going? I'm doing phenomenal actually now. I've come to the conclusion of that I left a really bad toxic relationship and that they are a very heartless person. And I just hope karma comes after them. I mean, who knows? Maybe him and that other person will work out. Won't be real, but I mean, go for it. And all I can do is make my life better. Stick with the people that actually care about me, and build my life. I'm looking forward to it. It's still sad he never asked how I'm doing. He knows exactly what happened. I'm getting better slowly. I still can't drink pop for another. When did it happen? Saturday. And Sundays when I went to the hospital. So Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow's Thursday. Damn, I still got like about a week and like another half a week. Oh, now his ex is messaging me. I'm going to decline that. Oh, it's still going. Still going. Um, he's saying to me that I'm the problem. I don't want to get back with him. That's the point. I don't at all. I'd rather date a wall. What of a coward does he have to be? Like, honestly, games and everything. He's not a good person. So, you know what? They want to work out. fine. They can try, but he's calling me all those names currently on my YouTube, like on the comment section, when he's too much of a coward to actually join and say anything. So, yeah, it looks bad on him. Like, he calls me all this, and then I want to go back with him. I have another person now, someone who actually cares, someone who lives close to me. Like, I was willing to make all this effort, get a vehicle, get a passport, spend all this money, drive all the way to him, which is a far distance. Not like not undoable. I'd still do it, but like he made all this. Like I had all this ready to go, and it's like the commitment I had is crazy. What commitment he had? Cheating, lying, running away. There's not much commitment in this. No wonder no one wants to be with him. He just goes from person to person. So maybe one day he'll find a relationship. But he has a bad habit of smoking, drinking, doing drugs, and he's severely overweight. So good luck, I guess. Might be a short-lived time, but I try to get him to do it better, to like be better and everything, and he agreed to live. But like then I don't know, then he'd blame the stress on me and start smoking. It's like you should never even have to ever do that. Hello, how's it going? So is my that's connected. Oh, I didn't end it. When I go see the comments or whatever, it does that. But no, he's still my ex is still he's commenting. He won't. What did I just click? Did I just click YouTube Music? No, I want a YouTube Studio tablet. That's why does the symbol look the same? There it is. I might not be able to see shapes. I just realized. Um, but he's still. Can you load? He's like still like, trying to tell me it's my fault and everything. He went to throw up. Oh, yeah. I won't say any more to that because YouTube doesn't like it. I had a stream and if people saw the stream, they know. I know a few people did and he did too. Hmm. But yeah, no. Just explaining to people how like my ex will still blames me and he thinks I want to get back with him. No, I never meant anything to him. It's the fact that I replaced him too because he wanted to hurt me and not take the blame for it and says I'm a kid when he hurt me. Like he doesn't realize I have enough evidence to lock him up at the moment. Him liking children and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, I could be a lot worse of a person and say a lot more things, but I'm not going to. Actually, there hasn't really been that much snow, actually. It's actually been kind of calm. That's still running. So yeah, there wasn't much snow there, and I went in, told them what happened, and I was rushed in within 5 minutes. Normally people have to wait like hours. I was rushed in. So I survived. I sat there for about 6 hours with an IV tube in my arm, getting like help and everything. But you've been worried about me. Do I know you? Why does it say it's loading? Why is it loading? I don't know. Uh, oh yeah. Well, you can blame my ex for that. Like he sent the person he's currently with after me, but yet he doesn't have. He's too much of a coward to do it himself. Like he told me he's bad at confrontation, but it's like, how much of a coward is he? I don't feel bad at all now. I don't think any of my mail and stuff's hooked up. Hold on, the stream might tempt that button. There we go. We should be good. I think that's funny. He won't even talk to me directly. So I hope he's watching, because, yeah. I might do another, like, one of these streams or whatever. I want to leave him one last voicemail and all that. Just as is. And then I'll do another one. I'll do another one of these. But I have a phone holder that's holding my tablet. I should just put it in my phone holder. That might make it work better. So, yeah. I will be back. I will make another one of these videos, streams, things. That makes sense? Yeah? Okay.